got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Shoves him aside. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Well, he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. You talk about this Jets defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. The Texans hit 3-7 now in the year. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jamie Sherwood. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Tough spot here. Third down and 11. Operating from the gun, Covington. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. Yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Here's Hurts to throw. Another one caught by Collins. Down the left sideline. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Texans will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Here's Hall again. Fights him off. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
I jotted down in my notes and prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on third down, Covington. That's to his running back, complete. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On fourth down, Covington. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Straight ahead is Hall. They'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
I think I like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go.
That's to the tight end, Wiley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 3. Paul will give up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Just a gain of a yard there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing is Hurts. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
34-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 33 yards that time.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw. That's complete on the bubble screen. That's Brown. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
This will be caught once again by Brown. Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Makes it 3rd down and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Hurts.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brooks. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
It's now 4th down and 1.
They're trying now with Brooks. And they're going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Okay, ready? Let's go now.
Now a play fake here on first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Got it, ready?
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. They'll give to Hall. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
Complete to Garrett Wilson. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the
2nd down and a yard.
Here we go, sack.
Operating from the gun, Covington. Going right back to Wilson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Covington. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans will take over possession here up at the 44. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into power.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, at the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Now 2nd and 3.
Here we go, here we go. 19, Pioneer. Hey, check that, street.
Operating from the gun, Covington. Going for a right side here, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Well, it's taken in. It's Xavier again. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw here. Got a man, that's Ligon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
The 29-yard line.
Great. Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
Back to throw again. A quick hitter complete. It's Collins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
gun. They run it with Hall. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Covington. This pass out wide to Hall. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Texans scoop it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Covington will set up the screen for Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Elliott now to have the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, and they'll accept that penalty. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that that can bring him down to the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. Covington. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Here we go. Set. Viking 18.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Great. Set. Delta.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception returned for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better
that his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. Off play action. Covington. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Covington. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Smith. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
One more time with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. On a slant, here's Collins. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll set up to throw. He's got it to Collins, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Great. Set.
They go play action with Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Great. Set. Tiger Horn.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
From the 25, here's second and 3. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's third and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jets have recovered. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within this.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 56 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Go.
A toss left side for Hall. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. On first down, Harden, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken around the 12. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. To Mixon on the check down. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 71 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. Second down and 3. They'll go again with Hall. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from the 36 now.